a call once it happens.
Yeah, now it is.
We good to start?
Yes, it has started. You may go on. Thank you for
Perfect. All right, ladies and gentlemen. So greetings again and welcome to BlueLearn's Web3 week. This is one of those sessions which we've all been anticipating from a really long time. And not just that, this is one of those events which I personally have been looking forward to. Because Prashant, whom we have here today as a guest, is a whole different story by himself, because there is a lot that we have to that he's going to tell us. So before that happens, I need to tell you this, guys. This is a very friendly event that we're looking at. We would love to hear it from you. Like, can we get the chat box? Let's say save one, just so that, type in something. Are you here? Are you with me? Can I get a response? Can I? Yeah. Do it. Let's put the pitch higher. Let's get this done, ladies and gentlemen. We can do it. All right. So super hyped up, super pumped, and very much interested to get this thing started. All right, ladies and gentlemen. So as we know about, as we've all at least heard about it, but this is a session which will really help us to acquire the information that's going to put us out there where we can get things done and be a first mover into the big blue ocean. All right. So today with us, you know whom we have? We have Prashant Maurya. So talking about Prashant, he has done a lot in the field. He has been in the field from over a decade, and not just that. If you want to talk about the work that he has been trying to do, his company has been trying to make the transition from Web 2.0 organizations to 3.0. This transition is going to be one of the most rigid in, let's say, of our time. But making this as smooth as possible is something the company has been doing absolutely beautiful. So yeah, so here we have the co-founder himself, Prashant Maurya. Welcome to BlueLearn.
Hey Chandan, thank you so much, man, and it was a great intro. So just few corrections. So on the decade side, so decade is still very early in crypto. It's more of a late. So I've been into crypto for, let's say, around total of over experience is around 6+ years. Building the system just for people to they should know the real numbers. But yeah, so even in crypto, if you have 2 years or 1 year or even 6 months experience, it is equivalent to a decade. So that is why I believe Chandan has said the decade there. So thank you so much, man, for introducing us. And I'll be more than happy to walk you guys through what we have been building on this Spheron, as well as I'll be more than happy to walk you through, since I believe like most of us are here young and everyone is looking to be the part of Web3. And as a founder and as a person who is also looking to hire a lot of people into this space, I'd love to walk you through how you can be the part of this journey and how you can be the part of Web3 as such. And just do not mind much, because I'm going to talk a lot. And in any point of time, if you feel like I'm just talking too much, just drop me a message by saying, hey, you know what, you are now talking too much, just stop, and I'll be more than happy to stop. And then solve your queries and then move forward. Okay. So feel free to do that.
Just before we start, I have an announcement to make over here. Like, we have 340 people right now on this very meet.
Awesome.
So the announcement is as follows. This session is going to be super important for each and every one of you, because at the end, we are going to give away NFTs. So yeah, this is going to be very limited number of NFTs, and it's going to be tested by the questions from the session. If you're interested, if you are one of those who are really interested and looking forward to grab one of those super awesome BlueLearn NFTs, this is an opportunity for you. So let's get started. Thank you, Prashant.
Awesome. So BlueLearn community is already well aware about NFT part. So it's great. So you guys are already doing great on the Web3 front. So yeah, so just to get everyone started, right? And I'll also try to let's make this conversation more of interactive. where Chandan, if you feel like your audience might not understand what I'm going to speak now, so you can basically interrupt me and say, hey, you know what, why this thing, so that they can understand why are you. Okay, so let's try to
Definitely,
make
let's do
that.
that.
Okay, let's try to make that happen. So let me share. I'm not a fond of very PPTs and all those things, but just to look a little bit more professional and also look like founder or CEO of a company, I have to prepare this PPT, and I prepared it within an hour or so, whatever it takes. So sorry for it, but yeah. So this is the first slide is because I wanted to take the opportunity to also, as a CEO and a co-founder, what your job is. Wherever you go, you take your brand with. So with me, the Spheron, which we have been building, it's our baby, which we have been carrying forward for a longer time, and we have been building this for the transition. And most of you are whosoever is planning to build application or D apps or whatever, you can always use us. So most of the developers can go and use us. So that is the reason. So it's not about I'm selling my product here, but it is just to let you guys know, like, this is what we are kind of building, and that is how we got into this space. So Spheron is more of a full stack deployment app. So I'll give you the opportunity to go and learn about us. So Spheron.network is a site. You land into it and play around it. So I'll not still much around my product. Here is me. I know my picture is not that great here. Even I tried to look good, but somehow it did not came up as it was expected. And I also tried to write a lot about myself, but somehow I ended up in messing it up. So I thought like I'll put the same entire details here instead of me going and talking. But in a nutshell, I am a developer. First thing, I started my journey. I'm an ECE engineer. I'm an electronics and communication engineer. So I know a lot of things which you guys might be thinking if you're from BTech background. So whatever you might do in 4 to 5 years down the line, I might have already done it. So so that is what my experience is with me. So done a lot of things into my BTech career, and then jumped into job side. Did 6+ years of working experience with a lot of other companies, Siemens, Epicor, in multiple different domain. Try to understood and then write the code in a way which people can really understand, and that is what my area of expertise. I resigned as a solution. So when I started Spheron, I was working as a solution architect, where my job is to just to get you all know about like what the job of solution architect is, to design the solution in a way so that it can scale not only vertically, but it can also scale in horizontal fashion in a very sophisticated fashion. Okay, so that's what solution architect, and he also has to think about not only on the developer perspective, he also has to think about on the user perspective, how the user experience is going to be once the solution is going to get designed for. Okay, so that is what a solution architect is. So after that, joined crypto 2 years back, and started building into this space, and there were a lot of problems which we tried to solve, and I'll not go into my side like what the problem we are kind of solving. You will take a feel or look around like how exactly we have solved that. But started building this Spheron to bring Web3 to normal people, as Chandan was clearly telling, right? So our main aim is to focus is to bring Web3 in the hands of everyone. So that is what our target is, and our target audience and the people whom we are looking for is the developers, who are the backbone of the Web3. And that is what our target is all about on this Spheron side, to give them a flexibility to build whatever they want to. Now coming to the experience of mine, I know everything. So be it marketing, sales, business development, coding, community management, tracing management, legal, and whatnot. So whatever you can come across, you can just always ping me about. If you want to understand how the legal of the crypto works, ping me, I'll be more than happy to help you out. If you want to understand treasury management, coding around it, community management, and whatever you have as queries, I'm well versed in all those things. Apart from my solution and coding area, so these are the areas where I'm good at. So you can always reach out to me. I haven't given my Twitter handle and LinkedIn handle here, and the reason being is I want everyone. So there is one saying in Web3: if you are so enthusiastic, if you want to learn something, you will find the right people for yourself to learn from. And so that is the reason I haven't given my anything to where you can find me here. But you can basically search about me on Google and you will find me there. And if you want to follow, you can follow me there. I did not wanted to give that opportunity to you guys directly so that you can follow me. So that is something I just and you can follow whosoever you follow on Web3 side. That is your choice. So yeah, so that is what my experience and things are. I'll stop here, and Chandan, if you have any queries, you can basically throw it over me, and I'll be more than happy to.
Yes, Prashant. So, I mean,
Yeah.
I see you in a plethora of things, and this is like really, really interesting because the perspectives that I'm really looking forward to those perspectives that you're going to give, especially a person who has these many interests. I mean, it's going to be great for sure.
Yeah, as a CEO
Prashant,
and a
just to give
co-founder,
can I request you to turn off the camera because it's like causing a lot of bandwidth issues.
Let me do one thing. I got my Wi-Fi. Let me connect with that, if you don't mind.
Oh yeah,
Works,
that would be great.
Yeah.
Guys, and all of your questions, send it in because like I'm going to represent you. Even the question is like as simple as possible. Just hit it up because getting them cleared will make you feel breeze. Yes, it looks a little better.
Awesome. Then it is fine. So yeah. I was thinking, so my Wi-Fi guy has already fixed my Wi-Fi now, thanks to him. Yeah. So go ahead, Chandan, what you were asking.
So my first question is pretty simple. We've been getting a lot of questions about what's Web 3.2, what's NFT, and I'm sure that you're gonna explain it in the next slide probably. So yeah. As per this slide, my question is, working in these different fields, let me ask you this question. How would you find that this is your specific niche, and how would you keep the interest flowing out of all the segments?
So basically, when you become a co-founder, right, or if you're founding something, right, you cannot found something from a niche perspective. So, for example, I'm a developer. Let's imagine. I know how to build a thing, but if I don't know how to market a thing, what is the point of building that thing up, right? So you have to become a marketer, and then if you are not able to sell that particular product in the market, then what is the point? So you are the first employee of your own company, so you have to learn each and everything in order to make the things going. And if you are truly passionate about what you are building, learning is something which. So we read a lot, we learn a lot, we go and talk to people. So we have a very hectic time, and sometimes I never even get an hour time continuously working for more than 14 hours and 16 hours and getting on a call. Sometimes that is also happens. So this is how the thing works. So there are a lot of people into this space where they will come and say to you is, you know what, it's very easy to make money and all those things, but it's very easy to say that, but it's really hard to sustain and keep sustaining that money up, right? Even though if you have the money. So that is what that hard work and everything comes in. And after that, once you are used to of it, so it is like, so in my college, I still remember my faculties used to say, like, we ask you to stay in the classroom for next 9 hours is because we want you to do a good job into job, because that job you have to stay for alive for 9 hours, next 9 hours. So once you are used to of 16 hours journey, then 4 to 5 hours and learning all these things become a breeze. So that is how we are able to manage these things up, and we are passionate about what we are doing. So doesn't matter whatever, how much time it takes.
Got it. That passion is just like a core blood that just runs everything, right?
Right. So passion is very important. Without it, nothing can survive.
Okay, so Prashant, I think we can move forward. Yeah.
Awesome. Thank you so much. So basically, I have tried to come up with some of the basic things around, like how you can be the part of the Web3. So basically, the question should not be like how to become the part of the Web3. The first question should be like how to know Web 3.0 much better than anyone else, right? And then only you will be able to become the part, because the knowing it is much necessary than becoming the part first. So that is the reason I have broken my slides into two major specific areas. The first thing is like how to know the Web3, and then I'll jump into one more slide that basically talks about one more thing, and then after once I pass that, you'll be able to understand how you can involve yourself. Okay. So this first slide is going to talk about how to know the Web 3.0. So if you see the points I have mentioned here, so these are the points which I went through always when I joined the Web3. So that is the reason I just randomly went on my Grammarly and tried to put my grammars correct, or else there might be a lot of people here who might be finding out a lot of grammar here for me. So I tried, I used that to make my grammar good here. But yeah, in the short span. So if you see the first point which I have written here is read the paper, right? Web3 is something which you cannot go and simply, it's not an open textbook where you read something and you just, next day how to write or how to become the part. It is not like that. It takes time. So there are a lot of things in Web3. So first thing is like Web3 as an ideology, Web3 as a philosophy, Web3 as a blockchain, become a passionate, maxi, Web3 as, so there are a lot of things in the Web3. And how you are going to become one of this is by reading as much as you can. Okay, so I'd highly always recommend people to read about Bitcoin first, but I have written Ethereum here first because nowadays most of the people know about Bitcoin. If they don't know, then try to understand what exactly these things are. What is digital assets? How exactly they accrue the value? And if you don't know how the value acquisition works, then you should always connect with yourself with the existing financial ecosystem and try to understand from there how the 10 rupee note has a value of 10 rupees, right? So just try to understand that angle and then come and read about Ethereum, Solana, Polygon, ZK. ZK Sync is basically zero knowledge proof kind of a concept, which as a technical guy, because what they are building and what we are going to use in future is, and even on the NFT side as well, it is one of the best use cases which is going to get built up on the ZK rollup side and ZK Sync side. So I would highly recommend everyone to go and read about these things first if you want to know the Web3 and get the grasp of some of the initial core concept like proof of stake, proof of working, proof of work. There is a proof of access model. So there are a lot of other models as well. Just try to go and learn or read about it. Okay, if you are, even though if you are a developer or not, it doesn't matter. So if you are joining the Web3 space, you have to have understanding of how this thing works in order to market it. So it's basically like you cannot sell a product if you don't know the product, right? So even though if you want to become a marketer, you have to read all these things up in order to become that part, in order to join that journey as well. So that is the reason reading these papers are most important. The second point is all around this, try to grasp like how these things are working together. So Web3 is so complex by nature, and it is designed by complex. It has been designed complex to keep the system more clean and more sustainable. Okay, and also to remove any kind of malicious activities which are going to be happening into the system in order to penalize them in whatever way it can be. So that is the reason that entire Web3 ecosystem is so complex. If you go on a foundation layer side. So in order to understand that, there are a lot of concepts flowing out there, like validator nodes, staking nodes, transaction pools, meme pools. So there are a lot of things which happens, and then there are consensus algorithm, consensus mechanism, how exactly we come at a certain consensus that this transaction has to approve and not. And also there are a lot of concepts. So once you read light paper, Ethereum paper and Solana and all this, you will understand consensus mechanism and all those things, proof of stake, validator nodes and all those things. And then you at least know about two important part of the Web3. The first part is the what kind of a blockchain we have now, public and the private, which is public and Ethereum and all those things. And then now, since you know now that there is a public blockchain, how it functions, the same way private also functions. So you only have to learn about how these blockchains are met each other in the internal foundation side. And that is where your nodes and all these concepts comes in. So that is the reason I put it into the second side, and you will understand it more clearly once you start reading about it. And the third part is listen to Web3 native people talks like me. And so I don't want to shill myself here, but since I'm here, I'm just trying to shilling myself. But you can always go and listen. A lot of people out there, like Vitalik is there, Charles Hawkins is there. So there are a lot of very good people who have built this space up, and you can go and listen their talks whenever you find it on YouTube, or even their older talks. Sam Williams. So there are a lot of good people out there from our Indian ecosystem, Sandeep from Polygon, and all these guys are there, right? So you can always go and listen to their talks, how they talk, what they talk, and why they are building this. All the founders speak about all these things, okay? And you will find these videos have very lesser footprints than the videos who are just created for the marketing purpose. So, but the real value in those videos are there, okay? So just try to find out those videos and try to go through those talks, whatever they have talked about so far. So that is the third point I'll highly recommend everyone to go and do. I wanted to put a lot of links here, but I do not want to do that. Is because I don't want everyone to become the part of Web3. Okay, because if everyone become the part of Web3, then the salary bracket into the Web3 will highly go down, right? So I also want to maintain that shift there. So people who are really interested should join, and that is the reason I haven't put any links and tried to make sure people who are really interested are putting their efforts, okay, to go and I'll share this PPT to everyone. You can always go and put these lines on Google and you will find everything. So these lines are from the Google. So I'll just give you a clue as well. So you can just put it on Google and you will find everything. So the fourth part is like create questions and solve questions. It is one of the best thing to do to learn anything in Web3, because you will not find a lot of things in the Web3. So the more you question you create, and since you already heard the talk of all these people, right, who have spoken so far, so you might have already got a lot of questions there. So now you have to go to step one again on the Ethereum side, on the paper and light paper and everything, and then try to find those answers into those papers and see if you are able to find those answers. If not, then as I said, let's listen to Web3 native people again. And if you don't find answer yet, ping them personally. And in Web3, people are very understanding. So they'll be more than happy to support you in whatever aspects you want to get a support of. So feel free to do that. So that is what that create question, solve question is all about. And the after that, once you have all these things in plate, in mind, then go to and try to understand the infra of the Web3. When I say infra, it is basically like how the EVMs are working, how these peer-to-peer communication is working, how digital assets are moving here and there, and what are the values exchange proposition and all those things. So that is where you will understand the infra part. And once you understand infra part, you are well versed to go into next step, which is listening more of a podcast. And again, I am saying, listen as much as you can. Okay, the more you listen, the more you will able to grasp with himself. And Web3 is all about listening. So if you are not listening anything up, you are going to lose a lot. You will lose interest immediately. Even during our call itself, there are a lot of people who will lose the interest because they have to listen a lot of things. And I personally understand what I'm speaking here. There will be a lot of things which a lot of people might not able to digest itself. So it's a lot. Okay, but I'm trying to be very trying to be very narrowed. But just try to go and listen some of the podcast again in order to understand that philosophy again. Because you as a developer or a marketer or someone who wants to join a Web3, you should not join Web3 for money or any sake. Okay, you should join Web3 because it's a philosophy, it's a parallel economy. It is an economy which is more than Indian economy now. It is going to be more than Indian economy. I believe it is going to be crossing $3 trillion soon, and it is going to be nearer to the gold. And the next biggest asset which you can hold today is the Bitcoin, as far as the financial terms contains. So if you see that this is a money making place, but if you see one more direction is it is not money making place for everyone. It is the people who have built this, they have the philosophy and the ideology. Bitcoin initially was used for buying the pizza, and that was its first transaction which happened, right? Just imagine, from buying a pizza, now people are investing more than $40,000+ in roughly, which is more than around 35 lakh rupees in Indian currency, which lot of developers in India don't even have a salary of, is that cost of the Bitcoin now. So you can imagine the philosophy and the money which it has. But you also have to understand one thing: if the Bitcoin would have evolved as a money-making scheme, it would not have been here. It was evolved as ideology, philosophy, and it was trying to solve some major problems into our financial ecosystem, and that is how it evolved. And once Bitcoin evolved, then blockchain was very older technology. In reality, it came in 1990s itself. People have produced a lot of papers around it. but nobody has imagined this can be one of the use case of blockchains, and that is how it all evolved. Okay, so this is the one of the added line from my side, so that you guys should understand the difference between blockchain and the crypto. So crypto is all about the use case of the blockchain. Okay, so these things you will understand once you hear more and more podcasts. You will understand talking about people like where, and so there are a lot of people who go with the videos, but there are a lot of people who hear, like for me, if I'm traveling by a car or something, I just play podcast into my car itself, and while driving I just listen and pass my journey. So you can also do the same if you're at home or somewhere. Just put a podcast on wherever you are comfortable with, and hear. It's one of the easiest thing which you can do. And then if you are somebody, so till now whatever I have talked about till here, if somebody is developer, he understands what he has to do. But if somebody is marketer, or somebody who wants to come into the management or the marketing or this vertical of the crypto, then it's now their duty. Now you understand, you as a marketing guy understand, or you community builder guy, you understand what exactly I'm going to sell to the people, what exactly I'm going to talk to the people now, because you know the product, you know the ideology, understand the philosophy, you know the people, good people into the space, you hear their talks, you understand how the things are building up. Now the only next step is going to be the part of your journey which you want to start, right? So that is where your marketing and the builder will come into the picture. And so just understand, like go and join some of the communities into the blockchain. So like for example, Spheron, we have our own community where people go and talk a lot, whatever they wish to talk. And then there is a Discord community. There are a lot of crypto communities out there which you can always find. So there are a lot. When I say a lot, there are a lot. So you can go and just try to avoid any fishy Telegram site, because there are a lot of scammers also into crypto. So try to not get into those mess, or else you will come back to me and say, hey, you know what? You are the guy who told me to go and join these communities, and now I'm kind of done. Somebody has looted my hard-earned pocket money and whatever money I had, and so don't do that. So it's a disclaimer I'm adding with my talk itself. So just try to join authentic communities. Yeah.
Prashant, so as we discussed, like after every slide, let's do this quick session so that people can easily digest it. Because I've been getting like tons of questions from people. So how would you explain the entire blockchain, not cryptocurrency, blockchain, to a 5-year-old?
If 5-year, so I always get.
Okay, let's make it 12. Let's make it 12.
So generally what happens, like in India, 5-year-olds even don't understand how to speak, right? So nowadays, and even if they are very so let's not say 5. It is just a marketing statement which people use generally. So I don't want to go into that direction. So it's like someone who are eager to learn something and they want to understand the blockchain. So so blockchain as a concept is a very old concept. It started in very long back in healthcare industry, and you can say ERP solution, enterprise resource planning solution side. But if you ask me like blockchain in a crypto, then I can tell you like how exactly you can relate. So I believe most of people who have joined here is from India, and if not, then also they will be able to understand what I'm going to say here. So generally what happens, if in older days, whenever we used to transact with anyone, so for example, you have one shop which you have opened, and then because I've come from business background, so for me I have a very good correlation because I understand how those things works. But just to give you guys understanding, so there is a bahi khata so if you know Hindi, so people used to call bahi khata. So it was used to call in English, it is a ledger, to keep track of all the transactions, right? So where you mark your date and everything, and then you take like this guy has taken this amount of money or whatever he has done. So everything in a one sheet, and there used to be a lines drawn there where you put one place money and one place name, time, transaction time, and stamp and everything, right? So this is the stamp to prove like this was the guy who has taken it, so that he has put the stamp there. So that is how the ledger used to make the transaction in. The same thing happened with the crypto. So crypto is all about like stamping those transactions or the blocks at a specific point of time. So what happens with that is because now crypto enabled, blockchain was there. So it was private blockchain there. So in the public blockchain, those transactions were enabled for the public as such, to go and basically to have a look around those transactions. So that is how that crypto as a digital asset evolved, where you make sure like certain amount of data has been marked, and then now if I but earlier what used to happen is like, if you see those ledgers, government entities, whenever they want to do some auditing, they will go to your office and then they will find your those ledgers and everything, and they will try to go through all those lines one by one, right? But what at that point of time used to happen is like, people used to use that whitener to clear some of the things which they don't want to showcase it to the people, right? Or they will just tear off that particular sheet from the paper. But just imagine, if I tell you it cannot happen in a technical fashion, right? So that is how the blockchain as a block evolved. So if you tear one part of the block, all the after that, whatever you have written, everything become invalid, right? And prior to that thing become valid, whatever it is, but after it everything become invalid. So that is how the blockchain basically started solving the problem of this kind of a problem, where everything, once you put the data into it, it becomes immutable in a technical term. So to bring that immutability into the transaction, that enables the, so for example, if you see today in the banking system, right? In the banking system, one of the biggest frauds whichever happens, it is because of the some of the mistakes, or you can say people, it's a corruption era, so people just get corrupted. Manager or whosoever is handling your fund, they can get corrupted and they can give any money to anyone, right? Without involving any third party there, and without even verifying like how exactly the fund is going to get transmitted. But with the blockchain as a public blockchain, I'm not saying about private blockchain. So I'm talking about public blockchain here. So if it is a public blockchain or the crypto side, basically, whatever transaction is happening, whatever is going to happen, it will happen over open channel, which means I know where that fund is going to be, how the fund. Just imagine a use case where I'm not a political guy, but still I try to think correlated with the things with the politics, because that is the best use case which it can solve. So there was a fund which was raised by our PMO side, where COVID relief fund, or you can say whatever fund it has been. A lot of people had donated, even I also had donated. But today I don't know what happened with that fund, where exactly it has been spent, who is the owner or the beneficiary of it, right? Do as a donor, do I don't have a right to go and ask them, or shall I give them as a someone who is taking the money from me, I should give them an option where they can look around like what happened with the fund and where exactly it went. uh, with the blockchain, if it would have happened on the crypto side, it would have been very easy to track where exactly those funds are flowing in, what are the wallets it is getting into, and whose this wallet belongs to. And you can verify it and you can raise a question, right? So today you cannot raise a question because where those funds went. So there are a lot of such things. There, like as a blockchain, as a crypto, the blocks basically solve the issue. So that is what my answer will be for you. So it's a big answer, but just to let you guys understand in a very clear fashion how exactly those blocks solves the real problem.
Definitely.
Okay. So I'll move forward now. The last point which I have mentioned here is like start using Twitter and follow people who are doing great in crypto, right? Most of the crypto native people are on Twitter. Okay, you will not find them on LinkedIn or all these places. I'm on LinkedIn because I'm trying to, because my product is more of a developer specific and oriented. But LinkedIn is more about like to talk about crypto and all those things. So you'll find a lot of people on Twitter about talking about crypto. So go ahead and I'll tell you one more trick here to follow a lot of good people. Just go into my profile if you want to, or go into any one of the profile, see who they are following and just click on follow all. Okay, so it's very simple. So you don't even have to put your head who is good and who is not. So if somebody good is following someone, just go into their profile and click follow all, and it happens. So you are directly following. So it's a trick. I use that, so I'm just telling you guys here. So just go ahead and do that. So these are the couple of things which I have basically put into this slide to make you understand how to know Web 3.0. Okay, and it's all up to you now how you are able to understand these points whichever I have mentioned here. And I try to put everything upfront to you so that you have a clear understanding how you are going to search. And whatever point I have mentioned here, you can copy this, paste it on Google, and you will find the answer. Okay, so it is easy. Now coming on to my second slide, I'm still not good in creating the slides. I'm good in creating the investor slide because I know how to raise the funds, but these slides are like little crazy to work with. So this is something which, as a question, how to find right place in Web3. It is one of the important thing in Web3. When I was talking about scam and all these things, that is what I was referring to. How to find the right place for yourself, right? So first point, if you see what I have mentioned here is like what you are good at, right? So try to analyze that. The reason being is there are a lot of people I have seen who used to message me on LinkedIn and all these places, and they want to say, hey, you know what, sir, Prashant, I want to be the part of the team. But when I ask them like, what exactly you are good at, then they say like, I am kind of exploring. So I'll tell you very frankly, and I'm very upfront in speaking all these things. So we don't have a time to entertain if you are exploring. We are not here to give you the option to explore. We are here to give you option to work on your explore the things. So if you have explored anything, come to us, and we'll give you the option to basically work on it, right? But as a team, we do not entertain or anyone in the crypto. Like everyone is growing here, so that is the reason initially I said crypto is all about how much you listen, talk, and involve yourself. And once you do that, you will understand how our mentality works. We all are builders. We are not VCs. We are not somebody who has $1 million worth initially and came here and started building and doing some random thing, right? So we are not marketers. I know how to build the things. If you give me one product, I'll build from end to end, no matter I need any team or not. So everyone in crypto are more of a builder mindset. So if you carry a builder mindset, you have to go and uh, talk to find out what exactly you are good at, and then try to find some group crypto founders and talk to them. So don't message them by saying I want to join your team because I'm trying to explore, but try to ping them and ask them like, hey, you know what, this is what I'm thinking. What is your opinion on this? I have this question, I want to ask this in a very generous way. Like I have this question because we as a founder or anyone who is working in Web3, they don't even have a time because we keep on working. We have a lot of things in the plate to do. I have already demonstrated like lot many roles I have, so we don't get a lot of times. So but once they get, they always look into their questions, whoever has messaged them, and they mostly reply. But don't go and directly ping to Vitalik Buterin, who is the founder of Ethereum, or these guys. They will not reply. So just try to be very limited in that angle as well. Do not try to directly get into that area. So just try to jump slowly and try to see who is replying you more faster fashion, and try to get in connect with them. Okay, and try to ask and find talking to them where exactly you can add the value in. So and then if you are a developer, try to contribute in open source projects. In Web3, there are a lot of, even ours is also open project. Some open source, some of the codes are open source. You can also fork our repository and start contributing there as well. There are a lot of projects which you are interested in, whatever the programming language you are interested in, you can go and contribute there. So there are a lot of things. So just type open source projects of Web3. I'll also give you the clue here, open source projects of Web3, and you will find that on Google. So you don't even have to put their head. So you'll find all those projects there on Google itself. And then if you are somebody who is marketer or sales guy or want to come into a community build up side or on this side, so how they can become the part of the Web3 or how they can find the right place is by joining a lot of communities. They can join on Telegram. There are a lot of Telegram communities out there for the projects. Go to their official websites and try to see how much what is their Discord channel, Telegram channel, and whatnot, and try to join it. Okay, and learn and see how they are marketing it. What is this? What is something which you can add into their value as a value, right? If I'm doing something and you feel like this is something which is very I can do from my end, just give them, message them. So this is what I made for you guys, free of cost. Don't charge them anything. Just free of it. Just message them. This is what I made for you guys. If you love it, then tell me. We can basically talk to, and I love to contribute to your project or so whatever. So generally, crypto is not about money. So the more and more you contribute, the more and more you earn the trust and the respect, and the more earlier you will get into the crypto, into one of any of the teams or whatever you wherever you want to be. Okay, so try to be as open source, as free as you want in the initial phase, and then once you understand the things, you will understand. So I don't even have to tell you like how the money works into crypto. And then apply for various programs. So for example, we at Spheron run a lot of programs. So for example, I have a ambassador program, we have a authorship program, we have developer authorship program, developer ambassador programs. Try to be the part of these programs. And the reason you should be the part of these programs is because the moment, as I was saying earlier, like somebody people message me by saying, I want to explore. So if you want to explore, go and join these programs, because these programs are meant to make you explore. But we as a team cannot entertain those exploration. Okay, but if you apply there, we might help you to explore the things up. So go and try to find these independent programs which are running into different crypto communities, and they are free. Even you are going to get paid for it. If you are, sometimes what happens, when I joined, I earned a lot of money into by becoming or supporting some of the teams initially. So and it is not about money. So I started just joining it and started contributing them, and it happened. People started supporting me, and then this is how it happened. So you have to be like that. So you just go become active. Do not get demotivated if somebody is not taking you as ambassador. Try something else. Try to contribute as free as you can, as much as you can, because this is the time you should do. So go ahead and do that, and that is what I highly recommend everyone to go and do. Okay, and once you are done with the ambassador programs, there is something which is called internship program, because ambassador program is to meant you to give you the direction, and also give you the opportunity to talk to the founders directly over a call, and all these things happens in the ambassador programs. Once it happens, then you have something to put into your resume somewhere, right? Like you have done the ambassador program here and that, and then once you send me the resume now, I'll be more than happy to talk to you, because now you have been worked somewhere as ambassador, and you know how the marketing and how the community builder or developer build things works, and I'll be more than happy to talk to you. So that is, and then apply for internship. Internship is something which is very good into Web3 space, where you get to know the team who are building these complex process steps things, and you will learn a lot if you are intern. So I still remember one of my teammate. He joined. He was in college, second year or third year, I believe, and he joined as an intern. And he came over a call and he said, "Prashant, you know what? I want this much salary." Then I said, like, you know what? I'll give you more than this. But and go and tell to your all the friends like you got better salary than people who got selected in your college. Okay, so it was like that, and he was really good, and he's currently working with us. I'll not take his name, or else you guys start pinging him. So so that is how it happened, and that is how we prefer to work in crypto. Okay, we don't, if you have value, we don't compromise in terms of making sure your life become better. Okay, so that is how most of the crypto people think, and that is how I also think. So just try to apply as much internship as you want, but don't overextend the things. If you are committing someone, join it, because crypto space is very small. I'll tell you frankly. So if you try to cheat someone or try to do something very shady into crypto, I'll get to know by somehow, or some other person will get to know somehow, because there are very less number of founders out there, 2,000 founders, 3,000 founders out there, max. And that too, out of that, there are very few people who are building for more than 1.5 years or 2 years. So they all know each other, most likely. I'm in a group where we have around 500 plus founders. So we know everything, whatever happens. So try to not to fool anyone in crypto. Everyone is very smart, people who have built this space. And if you are applying somewhere, apply it very open-heartedly. Don't play with anyone. Just go and say, hey, you know what, this is what I want to work with. Will you give me the opportunity or not? If not, that is fine. Can you refer me to somebody else? And take the reference and get referred. Most of the times you will get that happen, and it happens in crypto. And I also do a lot for many people. So this is how we basically work. And then Google will not, so this is the last thing, Google will not give you all the answers. Okay, so try to talk to people in this space. Okay, so that is the thing. So if you are worried, people are not going to entertain you or something like that, so please feel free to message them. If they don't reply, feel go to and message somebody else, they will help you. But don't get demotivated, just try to find the right answers and right people, and you will be in crypto within 2 months or 3 months timeline. So that is how fast you can get into crypto and Web3. I'll
Prashant,
stop
so
here.
before
Yeah.
we move forward, here are a bunch of questions. Let's say
Yeah.
for someone who is like absolute beginner, even though they have skills, they have this notion in their mind that to message someone of XYZ position, there is always something that pulls them back. What would you like to tell them? It's not about, let's say, the people who are exploring, but the people who have the real, solid, legitimate skill.
So if you are somebody who has the legitimate and who understand the things and who have done all these steps, whatever I have talked about, right? Most likely, you should not afraid of messaging anyone. Okay, uh, everyone is human here, and nobody is someone who is God or something. So feel free to message, and there is nothing. If you message me, what hardly happens, I'll not reply. That is something which happens. Or if you are somebody, so I'll tell you one thing. One person, he has replied to me in a very good fashion. Okay, and he's working with me now. He messaged me on a LinkedIn, not like everyone messaged me on LinkedIn. So he is kind of designing. He has only designed our Spheron logo and all these things, even the PPT which you are seeing now. So he just messaged me in a way that message was very good and classy. So I opened that message and saw like what exactly is written here. So crypto is all about creativity. Not even crypto, anywhere. It's all about creativity. How you message. So if you somebody, so for example, if I'm seeing my scrolling down my LinkedIn and I saw a message where somebody has written, "Hi sir, how are you?" and blah blah. So I'm not. So you are not my colleague or friend or something. I'm going to entertain how are you question of yours, right? But instead, if you message me, hey, you know what? I have built this up. Can you please have a look into it? And I'm more than happy and obliged to see what is your feedback. As a founder, what I'm going to look into, because I'm a builder, right? Any most of the, and as I said, most of the three guys are builders. The moment you say that, that guy will open your message and he will also redirect to your portfolio and see what you have built. But if you say, hey, hi, how are you? I'm doing my MBA, blah blah blah. I don't care you are doing MBA or whatever. Even so, if you don't even have a portfolio, we don't care. So it's very simple. If you are a first year guy, if you are a immediate class 12 pass out, we don't care. If you have a good skill set, if you have anything, I have people who are working with me for past 1.5 years. We never ask them what is their qualification yet, and we hire them. Okay, I personally don't believe in qualifications. Anyone being any place, even a 5 years, 10 years, or 12 years guy or person or whosoever he is, if he has a capacity, capability, skill set, he can be our team member. So don't worry on asking questions. Go and ask the questions.
And also, another question which I've been getting over here in the chat is that uh, I am a developer, I am a UI UX designer, I am a marketer. Let's say, how do they know? Let's say people from different diversities come here, and how would they find their own personal piece of bread on crypto? Is crypto for everyone? Was the question.
Yes, crypto is for everyone. People who are salesperson or a marketer or UI UX, anyone. So it is for everyone. So that is the reason I said you have to start joining the crypto communities. The moment you join those communities, there will be, so you'll understand what I'm trying to say. So that is, so when I written all these things steps, so if you follow these steps, you are good to go into Web3. Just go and try to do that. And if you follow these communities, what happens? You will start getting those messages where you will see there are a lot of people who will be asking on chat, hey, you know what, I'm a community manager and I'm looking for some proposal or something, I want to talk to somebody. You will start looking around all this. So crypto is for everyone, anyone from any skill set. If you're author, writer, designer, UX, UI, or whatever UI designer you are, even developer, salesperson, or whosoever you are, it is for everyone. Anyone can join. Just follow those steps. That's it.
Definitely. And so before we move on to the next slide, guys, can I get a hi or something on the chat? Just to, let's say, okay, guys, just respond over there in the chat. I'm saying, so there is this announcement that I want to make. A lot of people, okay, thanks for the response. It's really overwhelming. Okay. The announcement is as follows. Like, at the end, there's going to be a bunch of questions. People who answer those questions are going to get NFTs that are being issued by BlueLearn. If you're interested, stay with us because things are going to get more interesting from now. Prashant, let's move on.
Yeah, awesome. So in the next slide, there is not much. Let me just move to the next slide now. So now your question comes. Basically, this was actually, it has been made for, like, the entire session was how to become part of Web3. So it's very simple now. You are already a part of now if you have done above two. So you are already in. If you have followed whatever I have spoken so far, and if you are going to go and put your heart and soul into it, you can be the part. Even if you don't put your heart and soul into it, but just a part time. So part time as a like I started. I was working with a startup that point of time, and that is startup got acquired, and then recently they have raised $100 million plus. I have been a solution architect and designed their system, so I was highly paid and all those things. But still, I was more interested into building this space and coming in this space. So I given my time, resources. We used to work from 9 to 5 and 9 to 6, and then we used to come back at home, and then we sit together and code and do a lot of things, and that is how we started. So you just have to put your time and effort with the right mindset and with the right guidance. That's it. You'll be into the crypto in not even crypto in Web3 as such whole in no time. So that's it, I believe. Yeah. So I have only these things. So I just wanted to brand myself again on this Spheron side, decloud yourself. So I put that as a thank you with that, so that everyone should know like what we are building on Spheron, and go and play around there. You will learn a lot. And let me know if you guys have any questions or anything. I'll more than happy to support any one of. And then one more thing, we are also hiring interns, a lot of interns who want to work with us. We are also hiring uh, people, and we are we are planning to fund also some of the interns to build their own startup. Okay. So that is something which we are looking forward to do, just to give you guys a clear idea. If somebody is interested to build something, and if they have some idea into their mind and they want to talk to, I'll be more than happy to get over a call and see how exactly we can talk together, and we'll be more than happy to provide. So as far as today's slide concerned, I have given just a Google links, but once we start helping you out in and out, we'll also give you all the real links where you can go and read about the things, become the part, and what exactly you require and everything, whatever resources, VC connections or whatever connection you need, we'll be more than happy to do that. So that is what we are doing. Just drop us a message with your, just don't drop me a message on LinkedIn by saying hi sir. I'll clearly say no sir, you are not meant for us. But just drop me a message on LinkedIn or Twitter if you want to become a part, by coming up with some kind of creative idea or creative messaging way. Because as a developer, you should not only be a developer, but you should also know how to present yourself creatively. Okay. So that is what I have. I believe, yeah. So that is it, Chandan, from my side for today. And if anything else, I'll be more than happy to take up the questions now, as much as you want.
Prashant, that's been like really this conversational thing, as you said before. Let's make it more natural rather being like a TV reporter kind of a thing. I must say,
Yeah.
there's a lot of value and real-time value that has been provided. So, Yash, so do we?
Yeah.
How do we?
So
How do we take the questions?
okay, so guys, you'll see this raise hand option in the bottom of your screen. If you have question, just press that. We will, get you on to unmute one by one. Okay, and keep your question short because like there are lots of people who had questions. So maybe just ask one question and move on. So Yogesh. You're not audible. Oh, is it just for me or?
No.
people?
Yogesh, I mean, we can't hear you yet.
Yeah. Try removing your
Yeah.
earphone.
Nothing yet. See something? Nothing yet, Yogesh.
No. Can you just try? I'll keep you in line. I'll unmute you again. Okay. For now, we'll move forward. Atharva, this time. Yeah.
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Yes, clear.
So hey Prashant, nice to meet you. I am Atharva Diostale and I'm a full stack developer. So I wanted to ask you one thing that's always bugging me about Web3 is like if I am trying to make something like social media or something crazy. So one thing that differentiates Web2 and Web3 is that in Web3 I need to pay gas fees, right? So whenever I have to do something, I have to pay gas fees. But in Web2, like if I have to make a Facebook post, it's free. So what do you think? Will this be a game changer, or there might be some development which might be coming in the future, which might be something useful and might help in this situation?
Yeah, so first thing you have to understand why the gas fees is required. Okay,
Yeah.
so that your question should be like solved. So gas fees is required in order to avoid any kind of misrepresentation of anything, right? So if I tell you, if I tell you to basically do this wrong thing, but you have to pay for this wrong thing, you end up in not doing it, right? So if somebody has to do some message, for example, on Facebook today, a lot of hate agendas are being spreading around, and that is because there are a lot of bots which are there. Now imagine the same thing in the Facebook side. If the Facebook is being run by incentivized mechanism, where those bots have to pay like $100 every time whenever they are making a post, so they will be very careful in posting anything, and they cannot post thousands of posts in a very single day. So which means they are going to spend more than 100K in order to 100K dollars in order to just to post 100,000 or 1,000 plus messages. So this is how you save those malicious activities. But yes, it is one of the problems which has been into the space which allows a lot of people not to basically come over this channel. So that is the reason if you see Polygon and layer 2 solutions, and there are other solutions like Near, Solana, and Phantom, and all these people, Avalanche, and these places, their gas fees are very minimum. It is around, so if you have $1, you can post, I don't know, 100 plus posts, or if you're creating something. But why people have not created social media yet? There is a social media which have Twitter kind of a thing. I forgot its name. They were making it. So the reason why people are not taking social media yet is because that blockchain inherently, as a design, meant to be little slow, because it's a consensus-based mechanism and validation and all those things are involved there, right? So it is still going to take some time to come into that faster. So once you talk on the social media and all these angles, so there is one more angle which comes into the picture. Who are your users? The users who don't give a shit about blockchain, right? It is very clear. So so most of the people, they don't give a shit about blockchain. They need their web application to get loaded faster. So for example, take the example of India. A lot of people into India now have a mobile phone, and they are using mobile phone because, and in the reason, even today I am in a town now, that to here the network is not very fast. Just imagine the bandwidth it is going to get consumed and the slowness they will have. So are they going to use that social media which is going to build on blockchain? Most likely the answer is going to be no. On a business angle, it is no. But on a futuristic or on just a thought process, it is yes. Yeah, I'll build some social media on blockchain, but in reality, if you build it, will be very slow. So that is what we at Spheron are trying to solve also. There is a decentralized CDN mechanism which we are currently building, which basically our POC has. Recently, we developed a POC which improved the efficiency of the latency of the web application which we are going to serve from 1.2 seconds to 200 milliseconds, which is 600% more faster than which is going to be today. So most likely, such kind of innovation which will come into the picture soon will basically enable you to build all these things. But yes, you can, if you want to build something like that, you can definitely build that. But you have to keep in mind, and there is one more aspect of it. Like for example, if you are building a social media, but if I tell you to build a social media where you incentivize your people who are posting on your post, even though you are charging them, but you are incentivizing as well. Incentivizing by a token or something, or NFT or something. So in return, you are giving them back their money, right? So that way also you can solve the problem. But again, the problem comes into the picture of that slowness in terms of accessibility there. So I hope that I answered your question.
Yes, it was pretty clear. Thank you.
Awesome. Thank you so much, man.
Mehul.
Yeah, am I audible?
Yeah.
So hi Prashant, my name is Mehul, and I want to just ask one question that I am a beginner in coding. I have no experience in coding. So I want to ask you that how can I get into Web3 development space?
So I have a question for you. If you are a beginner into coding, how you are a beginner now? So how you identify you as a beginner?
I've just learned the basics of a language right now.
So what is the basic for you? So for example, a 10-year kid might say basic for me is just to open the book. Then it is up to you. So I'll just a joke aside, just to clarify like how exactly you want to be the part. So if you, I'm going to assume now is you know how to write the code. Okay. So till that my assumption is going to be, and then I'll answer that. So if you know how to write the code, so basically I don't know like which language you know how coding, but generally in crypto, if you find that there is a two major language which is going to be, it is getting used. The first is Solidity, which is on Ethereum and Phantom and Avalanche and all these people use. And the second is the Rust, which is very trendy. Okay. And the third is the C Sharp, JS libraries and all this. So, and now the second part of your question is like, you also haven't told me like, are you a front-end developer or a back-end developer? If you are a front-end developer, then all together different stack you have to learn. If you are a back-end developer, all together different stack you have to learn. So that is the reason I asked like what beginner you are. So
I've just learned C++ basics.
that is too basic now. So you have to so that is, I know you have learned C++, but it is good. There are a lot of other thing which you can do in Web2 space, and there are, I believe C++ has been used by ArgoApp or some of the other protocols as well, where you can explore, but I don't know in reality like where exactly C++ is used. But if you want to stick with C++, find out the chain which is supporting C++ and try to build something.
Okay. So
Okay.
okay, so I need to learn front end or back end first.
So first you have to learn whatever I have explained in the first slide. You have to read those Ethereum paper and all those things to understand how these things works, and then only you will be able to code. If you jump in coding directly, you will end up in not able to code, because you will say what the fuck, how complex it is to even write a single piece of a code here, right? So you have to first use to of that domain first. So generally, if you want to become a good coder or someone, so you should not talk about the coding first. You should talk about how that particular infrastructure or the design is been implemented, and then you start coding. Coding is a very simple job to do for me, at least, and for most of the developers. It's just a syntax, but understanding domain is the first thing. So you should understand the domain first and find out where exactly you want to code, and then go and learn, understand how those resources can be accessed, and then start coding.
Okay. Thank you for answering my
All
question.
right. Thank you so much, man.
Yeah. Next, Aman.
Am I audible?
Yeah.
Yes, sir. My question is that I little bit know about React.js, Node.js. I am a third year student, but I want to get the internship at a Web3 organization. I know about how the blockchain works, about the Ethereum and all of the things. Currently, I'm working with the Solidity, like learning about the Solidity programming and how the Web3 works. So what type of other skills should I learn to get in the internship in the Web3 organization?
If you learn, or if you have already learned all these things, you might have already got the internship in reality. So
actually, I didn't apply. So I was thinking about
so it is
learn?
fine. So whatever you have, just apply with that. But before applying, create your own portfolio. Your portfolio should have like whatever you have done so far, like saying that I know Ethereum, but if I ask you like a couple of things on Ethereum, you might not know. So it's always better. I'm trying to understand. I learned Ethereum whatever way I can, and then you try to basically learn Node.js, React, and whatnot. And then now you want to explore and implement these things in somewhere. So that should be your statement whenever you are going for applying to anywhere. Okay, just to help you out, and then start applying for it. It is more than enough to get it.
Okay, sir. So my other question is DSA that much required, like DSA, CP knowledge to get into the Web3? Like I have that question.
So that is a crazy thing. So I still don't remember. So I'll tell you just a funny example. I was in interview. I'll not take the name of the company in which interview I was when I was working somewhere. So they have asked me DSA questions and all these full of thing which no
Sorting and
use. Yeah, all those things. So I clearly asked them a simple question: do you guys really use this into your daily day-to-day job? And he said no. Then I said, like, why the fuck you are asking me all these questions? It is as simple. So you don't. So if that company needs, ask them. If you need all this, I don't want to apply. If they don't, just go and become the just apply there. Okay. So DSA and all this thing is not meant. But at least you should understand, because if you see the blockchain, right, as it is, so it's a if you see the structure, it's a linked list structure,
LinkedIn
right?
list.
Where everything is connected. But if you see the implementation linked list, in the blocks can be removed and added and everything. But in blockchain, it is not. It is immutable, right? So, but the structure remains the same. So you have to basically have some clear understanding of all. I'm not a DSA guy. I'm an electronics background. Okay. But I still understand all this. So, and the reason being is because if you understand these things, you start understanding how to write best possible way of coding. So for example, if I ask you to sort something, so I've seen people putting the numbers into the array and then use some kind of, I don't know what kind of a sorting mechanism and algorithm out there. They use a lot of merge sorting and blah blah sorting and everything, and then they do that. Instead of that, they can directly use some of the libraries which has already been there into the various programming languages. Like you can put your numbers in the hash list and all those things. So it is that simple, right? So it totally depends on you how smartly you can play. But you should know all these kind of concepts just to for your own sake of understanding and having a clear understanding what you are going to build.
Okay, sir. Wonderful. Thank you.
Thank you so much, man.
So Prashant, how much time more you have? Like, we'll take questions according to that.
I am good, man. After that, I haven't put any calls, but let me just. Okay. Yeah, we can go ahead for next 10 minutes max.
Cool. So yeah, I guess we
Yeah.
can take more 2-3 questions.
Yeah.
Yeah. Abhiram.
Hey Prashant, am I
Go ahead.
audible?
Yeah, you are.
Yeah. So my question is, yeah, I understand the potential of Web3, but I also see a lot of hype going on in the field. I see a lot of NFTs being sold on the internet, but I hardly see any NFT with proper use case. So, what is your perspective on this? Is this a bubble, or and if yes, then how should I proceed?
If you see the NFT today, so first thing you have to understand what exactly that NFT is and why that bubble. And so for you, it might be bubble. For many people, it might not be. Okay. So if you see the NFT is not about like how people think it as it is. So if you see as a concept of an NFT, it was designed to give the creators, and it was designed for different purpose altogether. And then overall, it evolved over there. So today a lot of creators and the things people are like sharing those NFTs and selling out those NFT to various platforms and raising some money or whatnot. Um, NFT is all about the collection. So initially, I still remember the days when we used to play that Pokemon cards and also that WWE Raw and all those things. Where I, as a kid, I used to play that Monopoly and all those games, right? Where we used to pay for something to collect that house or property
Yes,
into
yes.
my name, right? So NFT is just a representation or the showing that coolness of becoming a part of a community. So for example, BlueLearn is going to, for example, these guys are Chandan and team has some NFTs to airdrop you guys, which it doesn't mean like it is going to have some value. It totally depends on you. If somebody wants to buy it, they will sell you. But in reality, they are going to airdrop you just to make sure like you are an active member of BlueLearn, and that is the symbol of it to hold that. So it's a kind of trophy, you can call it, right? In the world. So NFT hype is all about like how. It's a very different game. Okay, I'll not get into that thing. Why that hype is all and everything is there, and it's not even going to dead. We are going to have using NFTs for different purpose. NFT has its own use cases. policy-based access and very sophisticated access. So instead of going and buying I'll tell you a very simple example of NFT where you can issue NFT as a ticket, right? Where you can go and showcase to that ticket to your and then get into. So it's not it's an hype for different people, but as for a builders, it's not an hype. It's one of the projects which people have solved it, and then there are investors and there are a lot of other stakeholders who are involved who create that hype. So now coming to your second question, Web3 as a bubble. Web3 is not a bubble. Web3 is a technological innovation. It is innovation for the people. It is not innovation for us. Okay. Web3 has given a lot of VCs. Web3 has given a lot of people a job, and also there are a lot of people who never expected to become millionaires. They are millionaires today. It was not even possible in Web2 space because that was controlled by the very centralized entities. I know people. One of my team member, he has been working with us for, and he's not no more longer working with us. But why he left? Because he was able to make $200,000 within 2 months span of a time, and he wanted to quit the job and wanted to run his own VC firm or something, right? So that is also something which, as a Web3 gives to the people, to anyone who wants to come and actively work. So it's not a bubble. It's just like people feel like it's a bubble because they are not getting that money into their hand. But the people who are getting it is not. So every technology has a bubble. It is, if you call in a very marketing and the sales and investment purpose, yes, there is a bubble. Which bubble already busted from 65K Bitcoin came to 40K now. So that was bubble which was busted. Now it is again going to get traction back. But as an innovation, as a technology, it is not a bubble. It's still in a very early adoption phase.
Cool, Prashant. Yeah. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Yogesh, can you speak now? Like, can you try now? Or like, are you from different device? Just put in the name now. I'll unmute you. Meanwhile, Abhiram, I will unmute you. Sorry, Ritik. Sorry, Ritik.
Yeah, hi sir. Actually, can you hear me?
Yeah.
Yes.
Actually, I want to ask, like, when you start your company in Web3, so how you find out the idea, means how you find out where I'm going to start problem. And I also want to know, like, what industries are coming into Web3, like it is only for gaming industry or animation, or like, so which industries are going to affected by this, and what should I learn first? Like, in my vision, I want to be entrepreneur, I want to be businessman, I want to be founder. So what should I focus on in this space right now? Means
So let
which
me
kind of
let me ask you a question before I answer yours, so that you are very clear. So when you say you want to become an entrepreneur and what you want to learn, which means you are still struggling out to find out where exactly you are good at, right? Yeah.
I tell you, I am good at idea generation and creativity, like how.
I'll tell you one thing: idea generation is very common in Web3. Okay, whenever I sleep, I always get one idea.
Yeah.
So idea is fine. So that is one of the thing which most of the people who are attending this session might already got while I was speaking. So my idea is to go and do something like that. So idea generation is not something which is but if you really want to go and build something and do into this space, just not doing. So that is the reason I said in my first slide was about myself. When I said I am a legal guy, I'm a developer, I'm a coder, I'm everything. So so you have to become one in everything. So if you are an idea generation guy, you are not going to work in a corporate here. You want to become entrepreneur. So you should know how to implement that idea on your own first and write the code and whatever you want. And then you can expect somebody to work for you, right? So go and do that first thing. And in the terms of learning, I have already explained in the first 2 slides how you want to become the part, how to know the Web3 and then become the part. So you already have those 2 slides with you. I'll ask Chandan and team to basically share with you all so that you can copy paste and basically search it out. So just follow that, and it is, but don't initially think like, I'm not demotivating you not to use, you cannot become. Yes, definitely you will be. I'll be more than happy to work with you also closely. If once you have your own product, and use my Spheron for your web application deployment or whatever you want to. So I would love to do that, but in order to basically proceed forward, I would highly recommend to go through all this first, take a feel, get yourself motivated, and then be ready for a commitment for 1.5 or 2 years down the line in order to just keep on building and learning.
Oh, okay. Okay.
All
Okay,
right.
sir. Yeah.
Thank you so much, man.
So we'll take this last question, and Chandan, after that we can do that questions thing. Okay? Yeah, cool. Yogesh, I'm asking you the other account. Can you mute now?
You can speak a little louder.
Hello.
Yeah, now it is audible.
Thank you, sir.
So your voice again got muted, I believe. Yeah.
He's not on mute, but can't hear him.
Sir, how can I start my NFT marketing agency?
NFT marketing agency?
Yeah.
Crazy. So you want to start your NFT marketing? So I am not a marketing guy, but still I'll try to answer that how you want to. So what exactly, when you say NFT marketing agency, so what exactly that means? So is it more on a guerrilla marketing side where you want to do some kind of guerrilla marketing, the Discord marketing or Telegram marketing or Facebook marketing or Instagram marketing? How exactly you
Yeah.
are?
Instagram, sir. Instagram, social
Instagram
media.
side? Yeah, so you can do that, right? So it's marketing is very common. So you just go and create one account, and or you can, one thing I would suggest, highly recommend, is to, I don't know like why you want to do the NFT marketing. It totally depends on you, like, but in order to answer your question, one more question I'll ask you is, when you say NFT marketing, are you asking the opening a company, or you know how to do the marketing, and you are asking me just to let you know what is the right way going forward to do that?
Sir, I know NFT and how can I market things, so I will.
So you want to, how to open the company?
No, मतलब मेरे को पता है कि मार्केटिंग कैसे करी जाती है, और मेरे को इंस्टाग्राम प्लेटफॉर्म भी नॉलेज है, एंड सो आई थिंक आई कैन ओपन माय ओन एजेंसी. सो
तो एजेंसी मतलब क्या, मतलब ओपन करना है तो मतलब उसमें क्या चाहिए तुम्हें? जब तुम्हें पता है एनएफटी क्या है और मार्केट कैसे करना है, इंस्टाग्राम पे करना है, तो इसमें 3 तो चीज होगी तुम्हारे पास. चौथी चीज बताइए कि तुम्हें कंपनी लीगली रजिस्टर करनी होगी कहीं, उसके बारे में क्वेश्चन है तो ये बताओ.
यस सर, और मेरे को एक फंडिंग कैसे लेनी पड़ेगी, क्योंकि एडवर्टीजमेंट चलाने पड़ेंगे, तो उसके लिए फंडिंग भी इम्पोर्टेंट, क्योंकि मैं कॉलेज स्टूडेंट. सो
अब तो तुम्हारे पास एनएफटी, तुम एजेंसी खोल रहे हो, तो ऑब्वियस बात है तुम क्लाइंट लेके आओगे. इज दैट राइट? अब जब क्लाइंट लेके आओगे तो तुम्हें पैसा देगा ना, फंडिंग को चाहिए तुम्हें, तुम तो सर्विस बेस्ड में हो. व्हेन यू बिल्ड अ प्रोडक्ट देन यू नीड फंडिंग, राइट?
सर बट स्टार्टिंग में कोई क्लाइंट आपको डायरेक्टली नहीं देता बिल्ड करने के लिए पहले
एजेंसी में. अच्छा ये बताओ मेरे को, एक सिंपल सा क्वेश्चन है, तुम सर्विस इंडस्ट्री में आना चाहते हो ना, वेयर यू वांट टू प्रोवाइड सर्विस. तो अगर मेरे को कोई सर्विस प्रोवाइड करनी है, तो मैं अगर मुझे नॉलेज है कि एनएफटी को कैसे मार्केट करना है, मतलब अगर मैं, मान लो मैं एक एनएफटी डेवलपर हूँ, मैंने एक एनएफटी बिल्ड की, मान लो इन्हीं लोगों ने बिल्ड की, ब्लूलर्न टीम ने बिल्ड की, इन्होंने कहा कि भाई मेरे को अभी एनएफटी बेचना है, तो तुम्हें पता है कि इसको मैं इंस्टाग्राम में कैसे बेचूंगा, तो तुम्हारा गोल क्या होना चाहिए कि तुम मेरे नजर में आओ, राइट? तुम्हारा काम ये होना चाहिए इन रियलिटी कि तुम मेरे नजर में आओ, तभी तो मैं तुम्हें काम दूंगा. So in order to do that, what you can do is you can start basically talking to a lot of founders who are building into this space. You have to find out these projects who are building in the very early stage. कि early stage में कौन-कौन है जो इस पे काम कर रहे हैं. तो जब उनको फाइंड आउट करोगे, ट्विटर और लिंक्डइन पे रहेंगे, उनको मैसेज डालो कि यार मेरे पास ये आइडिया है, मैं इसको इस तरह से मार्केटिंग करता हूँ, ये मेरा प्रपोजल रहा, ये मेरा प्लान रहा, ऐसे से मैं करूंगा, और एक प्रॉपर एक थोड़ा सा प्रोफेशनलिज्म लाना उसको मैसेज करने से पहले. ऐसे कोई तुम्हें नहीं देगा काम यहाँ पे, क्योंकि यहाँ पे स्कैमर्स आर एवरीवेयर, सो एवरीवन विल थिंक लाइक यू आर आल्सो वन ऑफ द स्कैमर्स, सो पीपल माइट अवॉइड इट. सो बी वेरी प्रोफेशनल. उनको भेजो एंड ट्राई टू कन्विंस देम कि यार एक बार ले करके देखो, like as a service. If you feel like working with us, then we'll continue. If not, then that is fine. हम तुमसे पैसा नहीं चार्ज करेंगे. अगर तुमने इनिशियली पैसा सोच लिया, then it's done. So you just और रही बात तुम्हारे इंस्टाग्राम की फंडिंग की, आई एम ऑल्सो मार्केटर डूड. तो इंस्टाग्राम तुम उनसे बोलो, आप मेरे को एक एक्सेस दो अपने इंस्टाग्राम का, ताकि मैं इस पे एडवर्टीजमेंट चला पाऊँ. या फिर आप उनसे बोल दो कि आप मेरे को इसका ऐड वाले में उसमें ऐड मैनेजर होता है, राइट, वेयर यू ऐड द टीम्स. सो यू आस्क देम टू ऐड इनटू योर टीम एंड देन यू create the ads, whatever you want to do, run for them, right? So you don't even need funding from them funding you into your account, but instead you are segregating and separating their market and funding it, right? So यहाँ पे funding कहाँ है? Funding तुम्हारे से है, बस जब उनका success रहेगा, then they will whatever contract you and they have signed, they will give you the money. ठीक है. और लीगल एंगल में तो अलग है. पहले तो प्रोप्राइटरशिप खोल लो, एक प्रोप्राइटरशिप खोल करके उससे काम करना स्टार्ट कर लो. और अगर नहीं करना है प्रोप्राइटरशिप, तो बिना प्रोप्राइटरशिप के कर लो. इंडिया में इतना तो इलीगल चलता ही है थोड़ा बहुत, तो बाकी तो हो ही जाएगा. फिर उसके बाद तो फिर प्रोप्राइटरशिप खोल लेना, उसके बाद चल जाएगा तुम्हारा काम.
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir. Now in clear.
वेलकम. थैंक यू सो मच.
Great. I guess we are done with the questions. Like most of them, I mean, many of you still have questions. You can connect with them on LinkedIn. So I did put a LinkedIn link in the chat. You can just go there. Also, like we'll really appreciate if you fill the feedback form I have put in the chat. It's like for the BlueLearn team to make your experience as a attendee more great. So it will just take few seconds. So maybe consider filling it. And yes, thank you, Prashant, for coming. It was great.
Thank you so much, guys. Thank you so much, and looking forward for a great success and a lot of people joining from here to Web3.
Thanks, Prashant. I mean, it was like that form. I mean, super friendly, smooth conversation that we're looking for. Thanks for coming.
Thank you, guys. Bye bye. Take care.
Yeah. Also, guys, like we are having the questions thing. Like if you answer those questions, you will get a chance to win the NFTs. So yeah, Chandan, over to you.
All right, guys. So, okay. How many of you are with me right now? Because this is the phase where you're going to get NFTs. So, yeah.
Wait, let me open the chat now. And yeah, you can.
Sure. I just need you. Okay. So, this is going to be something like a fastest finger first kind of a thing from KBC. So, all right. Yeah. Okay. All I need is your response as fast as possible, because there are 5 questions and there are 5 NFTs that we are planning to give. Okay, so in this time of 5 questions, you have a greatest shot possible, because there are 221 people with us right now. And if you are someone who is looking for an NFT that has been issued by BlueLearn, which is now in one of India's biggest student communities with more than 50,000 people on our server, this is your opportunity. Okay. So yeah, let's do a quick question. Right after I end the question, I'm gonna look at the chat and let's see who's gonna be first. Let's say in response. What's your name? Was the first question.
Oh my God, the chat is like flood. How will we gonna decide the winners, man?
All right. Yes, I think we need to deploy a lot of people from our side to just look at the chat.
Yeah, really. Oh my God. There are like 2
Guys, pause.
Yeah.
We're gonna look at the first name, right? So you got the thing. How we gonna do it?
What we can do is we can just after we got the question, after we got the right answer, we can just mute the chat.
Yeah.
Sure. Okay.
Cool. So like when you ask the question and well, I see actually answers coming up on the chat, then I'll just stop it. Yeah.
Okay.
Cool.
Okay. So I mean, you all can turn off the camera and be like super free, and you can get your fingers to work.
Yeah.
All right. So this has been like a friendly question. Another friendly question. This is just for a trial again. Okay.
Yeah, this is just for trial, guys.
What is the name of a server that you're on? what is the name of the organization that is conducting it? Yes. It's
Oh my
BlueLearn.
God. People are like
Pause,
zooming.
guys. Pause.
Yeah, wait.
Okay, yeah, thanks. Okay. All right, guys. So can we get started with the questions? Yes. Thank you. So before we actually get to the questions, I just have a request. If you like the session till now, it would be the world to us if you just say something on the chat. I mean, or if you find us like we should improve, definitely there. And yeah, thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Thanks for that. Okay. Thank you. That was great. Yeah, thanks for your response. Okay. Glad. Okay, let's get to the serious part. Can we?
Yeah, let's start. Like, I mean, we are making people wait.
I mean, I just have a lot of fun dragging this till the very last.
Yeah.
Okay, so the first question is here. This question, this was being discussed during the session itself. And if you're someone who is aware already about, the way, let's say, the cryptocurrency thing started, you know this answer. What was okay?
Wait,
Ready?
what are you even guessing, guys? You want to ask the question? Please wait.
What was the first transaction?
Okay, I guess we got the answer there.
No, like it doesn't make sense. I mean, okay, we might have to cancel this thing out. Okay, Yash, let's just freeze this, and then once I ask the question, let's just open the chat. That makes
I did
more
freeze.
sense. Yeah. I mean, yeah, you got it right, guys. I mean, buying pizza, but it doesn't make fair for everyone to answer without me completing the question. So yeah, let me play the fair game. Okay. So the next question is something that you can find on Google, but getting to crack the fastest finger first has to something happen from your mind. So the question is as follows. What is the smallest denomination of Bitcoin known as? What is the smallest denomination of Bitcoin known as? Open the chat.
Okay, I guess we got the answers. Satoshi it is. Yeah.
No. Okay, we
Send
didn't
the
get the answer. I
answer in
think.
the everyone, not in our DMs.
Oh yeah, guys. Oh yeah, don't.
And you just
actually
revealed the answer. Yes.
But I got the answer right. Like people did.
Okay. Let's just consider for this one because he has messaged us literally. So yeah.
Yeah, but we can't compare like who had texted whom, like at what time. Like people, you must have also got some messages, right? Everyone
No,
of
I
them.
haven't.
Even I got.
Yeah.
So please make sure you send the message to everyone and not to any one of us in the DMs, so that we get to compare who sent the message first.
Yeah,
Okay.
and sorry for the confusion for the second time, I guess.
Guys, let's get serious. I mean, like if you want to send me the answer, kindly do that for everyone. Don't do it for me or Yash or someone over here, right? You ready? Okay. So the third question is pretty, if you're in the NFT space, if you are in the space, you're pretty much aware about it. How much did the famous digital artwork by Beeple sold for?
No, not to me, guys. To everyone.
To everyone. So we're going to consider the questions, answers that are going to be sent to everyone.
We got the answer. We can close the chat.
Perfect. Can we know their name?
Yep. The first person to give the right answer was Vinay Suryavanshi, I think.
Vinith, right?
Vinay.
Congrats, Vinay. So Yeah. So you've been trending over here. All right. So let's go to the next question. Just give me a moment.
Vinay, till the time, what you can do is DM me your phone number and Discord ID on Zoom itself quickly.
Yeah, I'd opened a host chat for you, Vinay. Just do it. Just text your Discord ID and WhatsApp number to Tilak. Only Tilak, not to any one of us. Because we'll have to get in touch for giving you the NFT.
Guys, we'll try to make these questions as general as possible, because here we're looking at you getting the question answer. You getting the answer reminded and sending me right away. You ready? Okay. So the next question is as follows. If you're in the session, you know this answer. And if you're someone who's looking to grab an opportunity, you know this answer. What is the name of the guess company?
To everyone, guys, to everyone, not to me. Everyone is on. And yeah, I guess we got the answer.
That's nice.
To see who was the one sent to everyone first.
Uh-huh.
Oh, Vishwas, I guess it's
Vishwas, congrats. So, okay. The
yeah,
penultimate
Vishwas,
question.
you also text Tulak about his about your Discord ID and phone number, either or both, so that we can get in touch with you after this. Make sure you do it like without forgetting it.
So I've been getting questions from people. There is no option for everyone. So there is, guys. All you need to do is just, I've been getting a tons of direct messages. That's what we're saying. Even if you send direct questions, we're not going to consider them, because here we are looking at people sending us here.
Yeah, we are like 4 different accounts of course, so we can't actually figure out like who sent it first. So also like you can send like people are sending, so just maybe there's this option 2, and there's this maybe like our name, Yash, Chandan, Tilak, Rochak. So you have to just select on that and then select everyone.
Okay, so there is 2, right? Beside that, you can find a name. Press on the arrow. Press on the arrow and scroll up. There you can find everyone. That's where you're gonna do it.
Strange. I mean, right now you can't find the option. Wait. Sorry, it's disabled for now. Wait, I'll turn it on. Now check, guys. Now you will see the everyone.
Guys, just let me know if it's visible now. Everyone,
They
yeah.
got it. Yeah. People got it. Yeah. So like this, you have to send message on everyone and not to us. Okay. And I hope Vishwas have also like. Wait, who was the winner this time?
I noted down. It was Vishwas.
Cool.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Cool. Yeah, and so we can move to next question. For like till Chandan reads that, I'll turn off the chat, and as soon as he finish reading his question, I'll turn it to everyone, and you have to send it to everyone. Okay.
So as you said, like I'm gonna go for let's say 2 more questions. So yeah, you still have an opportunity, guys. This is something which has been insisted by the guest a lot. What are the 3 ways that guest has suggested to stay updated about Web3 blockchain? Like, what are the 3 sources that he mentioned? 3 sources. I need 3 of them together. I need 3 of them together. Okay.
Wait, I'm turning off the chat. I guess we got too many.
We got the answer.
Who's the name? Who's the guy? Tilak, you got it?
Yeah. So the first one who sent 3 different resources, which the guest mentioned, Aryan Kataria, Twitter, LinkedIn, and Discord. So it constitutes to Twitter and Discord communities and
So
connecting
the answer
people
that
to.
we're looking for is this. I mean, we just need the combination of 3 of these. Number 1, podcast. Number 2, Twitter. Number 3, communities.
Yeah,
That's
guys.
it.
And also with this answer, it's a reminder to you, please, for if you want to get updated with the Web3, please to be active in these channels.
Along with that, there is something called as white paper. You have to be updated in that. So yeah, that's pretty good.
Aryan, you please send me your phone number and Discord ID.
Okay, can we just Yash, can we just unfreeze the chat for a second?
Oh yeah.
Okay, guys. So there is one last question. Can we do that? If yes, can I see yes? Thanks, guys. So yeah, here you have an opportunity to get the NFT. Mm-hmm. So
I guess we have last one question, right?
Yes, we do.
Yeah, I know.
This is a question that you get pretty easily. This is a pretty GK question. Who is the founder of Ethereum network?
I guess we got the answer, right?
Yeah, we did.
Go.
We got the answer even before you ended.
Yeah, you ended the question. That was us.
No, but it was a legit question. So I guess it was Prasun.
Yeah, Prasun.
Okay.
Yeah. Prasun, you text Tilak about your Discord ID or your WhatsApp or both so that we can get in contact with you after this.
Guys. Can we do a bonus question? Let's give a bonus NFT.
Oh yeah, why not?
Okay. All right, guys. So, okay. Let's freeze the chat. Let's freeze the chat so that we will wait for the answers to come.
Yeah.
Frozen?
Wait, I hope Prasun has texted his details. Tilak?
Yep, got it.
Cool.
Perfect.
Yeah.
All right, guys. So please be as fast as possible. And so, okay. Do you want me to take some time?
No. Just they're waiting for too long, maybe.
Okay.
Get it done.
Guys, so thanks a lot for coming. I mean, this is not about this event. This is not about this NFT, but this is about you knowing, you getting to know stuff. That's what we believe in. That's what we concentrate. All right. So this is a question I believe you are probably a little aware of. So the question is as follows. What are the 2 blockchain Indian originated companies? I mean, which blockchain is Indian originated?
Oh, we got it already. Lol.
Okay, from?
K. Manish Kumar.
Yeah, K. Manish Kumar.
Polygon Matic is the right answer, yeah.
Yeah. K. Manish Kumar, can you text to Tilak about your Discord ID or phone number so that we can get in touch with you after this?
Congrats, Manish.
Yeah. Oh, was it I guess we are done with the questions, right?
I believe.
Great. I think we should end it now then.
Okay. Yeah. Perfect, guys. All right. Okay. So can I just see your responses for one last time? Did you like the session? Because this entire week we are concentrating on giving you the wholesome knowledge about stuff. All right.
Yes, guys. This week we have events related to Web3. If you are do join in our WhatsApp group to get all the updates and other stuff. Also, I'm sending this event feedback form. If you haven't filled it, then do fill it, because your feedback is necessary for us to improve.
Guys, there are going to be a lot of, let's say, upcoming events and a lot more we are going to do. All we need is your support. And at the same time, you are going to acquire a lot of knowledge from the real time experts of this field. So if you are interested, all you're going to do is come to our very server and you're going to play the game and you're going to just get things started. All right. Thanks, guys. Thanks for coming. And my name is Chandan Perla. Along with me, Yash, Rochak, Tilak, and a lot of our team. Thanks to everyone.
Yeah, guys. I've put in the links at the last time. It's like the event feedback form, and it's Prashant's LinkedIn, and it's the session on YT. You can get the link if you want to see the recording later or if you want to share it. So yeah, I guess that's it. The end of the session for today. We'll see you in the other events of Web3.
See you in the next one. Bye.
I'll just end the meet in a few seconds. If you want to check in to the links, meanwhile, feel free to. Bye, everyone. Good night.